Vincent asks, how do you explain to a potential client or partner the importance of social media, specifically Facebook, when they personally feel they failed executing in that medium and don't believe it worth the time and money investment?
Have you ever had to have a conversation business-wise where somebody paid to make it to your world, an influencer where it didn't work out for them, but you were trying to convince them to work with you or people you rep or things of that nature?
Wait, say that again?
So the question that they're asking, which is always interesting because it's actually a very fascinating question, which is, hey, how do you convince somebody to invest in Facebook if you really believe in it when they come back to you and say, well, I've already done Facebook and it didn't work?
Ah, gotcha.
Because that happens to me all the time. And I'll answer it while you think, I just would love your story. I always say, well, listen, what's the ROI of a basketball? I'm gonna go Cleveland, Ohio here. For me, nothing. For LeBron, $1 billion. And the reason I use that analogy is just because you tried Facebook doesn't mean you did it well.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of influencers that have a lot of followers like you do that I know are a bad buy.
Yeah.
And then I know you and a small group are a good buy because of what you do with your attention.
It's the content.
100%.
It's the content, the message. Do you align? Does your brand align with that brand?
Have you ever had to sell somebody on doing something with an influencer or yourself that said to you guys, well, I've done influencer marketing before and it hasn't worked? Has that come up yet?
Yeah, all the time.
And?
You just have to, you just
punch them in the face?
Yeah, either punch them in the face or explain to them like why you're different than that person.
Right.
Which is hard. You're fighting a like lost battle.
You know, it's funny, we get to recall the name. Execution's the variable, right? Like again, a name. You might think you have the greatest name ever, but if you suck and your business sucks, you lost. Like, here's the punchline for everybody. Facebook works. Facebook advertising works. Like, one of my favorite quotes is like, everything works, not everything works for you. Like, it works. That's it. Like, it's been documented time and time again that it works. So does television, so does a lot of things. Google search, you know, influencer marketing, it all works. But are you good enough to execute it for what you're trying to accomplish for the money that you're allocating? Influencer marketing works. If your company needs to sell 80,000 pairs of shoes that Jake would promote and to make back the money that you gave him, and that's how you're thinking about your business, and he only sold 17,000 in his promotion for you, maybe that didn't work for you. In the short term, maybe those 17,000 pairs of sneakers actually got talked about by other people and eventually you sold 97,000. This all comes down to the basic theme of short and long-term strategy. It was brought up already in the show. That's where you have to weigh out things. But the thought that somebody, back to really answering his question directly, Vincent's, like, I think, ironically, I think Jake in his way absolutely answers it correctly, which is like, people tell me, like, everything doesn't work that we do. And we still built a $100 million company on it because everything that we do also works. The variable is the execution. The creative, the media planning, the production, like there's a million variables. The timing, what time you post has a variable impact. Have you guys ever, like as you were going through it and learning the game, did you realize that hashtags or what time you would post or when, or when things were trending?
Every little thing, yeah.
You have to understand this. I know that they had to live that. Like when you become an expert in your domain, everybody thinks that they're gonna be Jake. Well, I'm gonna make funny videos. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make cute videos. Like everybody thinks they're gonna be an influencer until they realize that A, you have to have talent. B, you have to be a practitioner and understand all the things that go into it. D-Rock, everybody's got a D-Rock now. You're gonna become a verb or an adjective or a fucking noun. I don't know how my grammar's not that strong. But like everybody's got a D-Rock, cool. Great, so we're all gonna be walking around in 4 years and everybody's gonna have somebody following them and filming Mazel Tov, but not everybody's interesting and has something to fucking say.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler, that's just the way it is.
I also say, like, to answer his question, like, I just ask people if they have a TV in their pocket. Like, you have Facebook in your pocket.
100%.
You have a TV in your pocket.
100%.